So, hello everybody, and welcome to Randomness 101, the only podcast sponsored by water. I'm your
H2O.
co Yep, I'm your co-host, Arceaion, and with me we have the host of this
Um,
show,
Spentaur the Centaur.
Spentaur.
Hey guys, what's up? It's been a
And
bit.
in the background we have me playing Right Click to Necromance, which was it was a game jam game a long time ago, like I'm guessing 2016. Like it's been quite a long time, but it's a very fun game to play.
I was gonna
So,
say I have no idea what this game is. I have never played it nor heard about it until you mentioned
um,
stuff. So
effectively, you just move. You see the gray guys?
yeah, you like it's just like you're moving around. You're attacking the blue guys and you're taking control of the blue guy.
Yeah, you kill them, and then you literally right click to
Oh, so
necromance.
there's like bosses and stuff I see too. That's kind of cool.
They're not really bosses. They're just guys you can fight that, well, can wipe your entire party out. I
Yeah,
think there's a few times in this recording I do die. So, yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
there's one session on here that's like not even 30 seconds long just because I screw up.
yeah. So yeah,
But
what's up? How you doing? Did
I've been pretty
anything
good.
you do anything for like YouTube lately?
Uh, well, I tried to do a recording. As we both know, I tried to do a recording and I can't get OBS to pick up audio still. So
Wait, still?
that's still
Oh, okay.
or
I
not
thought I
O
fixed it,
not
but
not OBS.
oh,
It's
OpenShot, the editor software
OpenShot. Yeah.
the editing software that we use.
Yeah,
So
I can't get it to pick up my audio,
yeah, I,
but that's okay.
yeah. I was gonna say lately I've just been kind of working on on a special recording. I'm not going to like say much about it just because it's still very early on in the game, and I don't want to jinx myself by saying it's going to be out like here soon. Whenever it probably will take a few months to come out, but I've been working on that video, and then I also have started. There's a Pictionary episode that actually should be coming out really, really soon, probably before this podcast even comes out. But I'm going to edit and upload that here soon. So
Huh, that'll
yeah,
be fun to see.
yeah. So should we
I've
get right
always
into the
wanted
what? Sorry.
I've always wanted to do Pictionary, like a Pictionary video, but it's all just dick jokes.
Yeah, well, the thing is like there were some parts in it that I was like, oh, that I shouldn't put that in the video because that wouldn't be very good to put in the video.
Yeah, that's
But
fine. I mean,
yeah,
we all have things that we say that
it's played off as a joke, but some people don't take it as a joke, and so that's whenever it
yeah,
actually gets serious and people get offended. And I'm not
dude.
trying to offend anybody by my videos. It's all just I'm just playing it all off as a joke. Oh, you just died right there.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
And
but yeah, so
it's
I'm just
very
trying
easy
to
to have a just to be completely wiped out on this game very quickly.
yeah.
So,
I was gonna
yeah.
say I'm just like for my videos and stuff. I'm trying to make them funny, but I'm also trying to make like I'm making some jokes where it's like, oh, that may be funny to me, but it may not be funny to other people. It's like I'm not trying to offend anybody by doing that. I'm just trying to
Dude,
just make
it's
funny videos, you know?
2021. It's 2021, almost into 2022. Uh, sense of humor on the internet is a myth now. Like that there's no humor. It's all just people being jackasses and racists.
Yeah. So I've actually got a story here since we're talking in Discord. So Arceon here had made a Discord that was how long did you have that Discord before you invited me?
Oh, probably like a year, maybe 2 years old.
Yeah, he had this Discord that's just called Friends, and it was meant for like all his friends and stuff that he meets to have a Discord with him. And he invited me.
It was designed for like posting movies that you wanted everyone to see, or like movie ideas
Yeah,
or shows or all that kind of stuff, or maybe sending music that you like that you want to share with everybody. Now I invite Spentaur over here, and not even like 30 seconds later, he just starts like just inviting every single one of his friends.
well, the thing is,
Everyone.
you said that you invited all of your friends, and it was just me and Raptor, and I'm just like, wait, you seriously don't have any other friends on your
Yeah,
Discord?
I
So I
I
was
mean
like,
I
I'm gonna invite every single one of my friends and see if you kind of
well
click
I
with
have
some of
two
them.
yeah, I have two other friends that are on Discord, but I didn't invite them because they're more we do storyboarding stuff and
Yeah,
it's more fan fiction stuff.
yeah.
So,
Speaking
oh
of,
this
oh, sorry.
you saw that long pause right there?
Yeah.
That was me pausing to change the music. I'm about to get completely railed in a few minutes.
See, you are surrounded.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
that's a
railed.
loss. That's a loss. Something tells me you're not supposed to like move. Like you're not supposed to stay still in this game.
Oh no, I you can stay still. You just have to have a strong enough force.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to mention. So my brother has really bad luck. He has parked his car. He parks his cars, and I haven't told you this story. I've mentioned like previously, but he used to have a Ford Taurus, and he would park it just like in. He parked it. We used to work at a fast food restaurant and stuff, so he parked at the parking lot there, and right next to the right next to the restaurant, there's a hotel, and the parking lot has like this little hill before you hit the restaurant's parking lot. So there was a truck, and it came and drove over that hill. It was like a massive hill too. Drove over the hill, went and rammed into the Taurus, pushed it back in, almost like into like the restaurant, and yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's insane.
It did some massive like damage to the front fender and everything because it was just right from the it was right over the hill, and he apparently the guy that had it had something because he was an older guy, and he had something to extend his foot so he could reach the gas easier, and it got stuck. So he got stuck on gas, and I guess he had it in drive or something, and it just went forward and ran straight over that hill and like pushed into my brother's car.
Wow, that actually reminds me of something. So, you know my truck?
Yeah,
Uh,
the burrito.
my poor
I will
truck.
always reference that as the burrito because you rolled it.
Yeah, fair enough. But okay, so my truck had these floor mats, and the floor mat for the driver's side was really screwed up. And one time it got caught on the gas pedal. So I was just careening down the highway at like I think it was
Jeez,
like 97 miles an hour,
jeez,
desperately trying to get
the gas
the
pedal
floor
unstuck.
mat off. Yeah,
Uh,
and my voice connection is not good. I wonder what's up with
I mean,
that.
it's honestly, I hear you perfectly. I hear you pretty fine. Like it's not too
Hmm.
bad over here. I was gonna say the same day that his, or not the same day, but like the same week that that car got hit from the front. He went to his girlfriend's grandparents' house, and her grandpa actually hit the back of his car as well. So with all that insurance money, he got another car, and then he had his Integra, his Acura Integra. Just last week, it actually got one of his coworkers was drunk whenever he came in, and actually hit the back of it as well.
The
So he,
poor
I
guy.
mean, on the bright side, he wasn't in the car whenever like the wreck occurred, but still, he just has terrible luck with like his car getting hit while parked.
Ah, the poor guy.
Yeah. So yeah, did you hear
And
Facebook?
I'm
Did you hear Facebook was gonna change its name?
yeah, okay, so this is a funny story. When you told me that, I had no idea about it. So you were like, "Oh no, I'm not going to tell you anything," and because I want your genuine reaction on the
Well, usually,
podcast.
usually nowadays it's
Not,
like, oh well, it's better to get your genuine reaction because if I just tell you something that's like, oh yeah, that happened, I remember that.
yeah, I know, but so uh, not even like an hour after after I saw that, or after you told me, "Oh, I'll just tell you on the podcast." I saw a video about it.
Really?
Yeah, it was an ad, so I it just popped up, and I couldn't
Did you
even
see what?
skip it.
Did you see what the new company name is going to be?
Meta.
Yeah, and apparently it's already taken.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm
surprised. I
not
mean,
surprised either. It's really hard to find a company name other than like,
also. Also, what is with meta? I mean, I get Mark Zuckerberg is a robot, but I mean, do they have to make it that obvious he's a
Well,
robot?
I was gonna say like the reason that they want it to be meta is because they want to be the first person to make like the like metaverse, which is just the like you know how you can go like in Ready
Mm,
Player One, how you go in and it's like a whole world that you can go and play multiple games and stuff.
I've never seen him. I've never seen Ready Player One.
Oh, you haven't?
I need to watch
Well,
it.
you should watch it. It's a really good movie. It's got a lot of good references. Although you don't like movies that are more tied to the 80s and stuff, so you may not like it.
I like 80s movies.
What was that one movie that you said you didn't really care too much for? There was one movie that or no, it was Guardians of the Galaxy because you were saying that like oh you didn't like how it was very like romantic based and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like romance. There's very few movies that have are romantic focused that I like. Guardians of the Galaxy just puts too much emphasis on romance. I just don't like it because
Speak. Oh,
I
sorry.
saw part of it. I saw part of it, and the only part I really liked was when the guy did the wind up middle finger. That was about the only thing I really liked. So,
That was the only part of comedy you liked in the
I mean,
movie.
it was an okay movie. I'll just give it that much. Oh, shit.
Anyways, speaking of movies, did you see the new Buzz Lightyear movie that's coming out
I've seen a
called
lot of
Lightyear?
people memeing about how he has hair now, so
Oh wait, he was bald before. I just now noticed that. I didn't notice that before. Maybe like because this is supposed to be his origin story, so maybe he gets bald in the movie
well,
or
it's
something.
he's not bald. It's just they never pull that purple thing that covers his head off.
Oh, that's true. No, he well in the Toy Story
They
movies he doesn't have hair, does he?
it doesn't. I mean, I don't know, and it never shows. I've only seen one Toy Story movie, and that was a very long time ago. But I never. I remember they never showed his face without the little purple hood because he was
Yeah.
a toy.
Oh yeah, that's true. He does have that purple hood, so maybe he does have hair underneath that.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool to have like a Buzz Aldrin haircut, or maybe
Yeah. I mean, he kind of
like
does. He kind of does in the trailer.
yeah, that's what I mean. That's actually what I was thinking. Like, oh my gosh, it's Buzz Aldrin, which is actually what Buzz Lightyear was based on. He was based off Buzz Aldrin,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
think it'd be cool they gave homage to it.
So a while back, I actually got stuck in a you know those like those tunnels where you start watching one YouTube video and it leads to another one, it leads to another one, and you just sit there and watch YouTube videos for like 5 hours.
Ah, it's like me and my crippling addiction to
Yes,
YouTube Shorts.
yes. Well, I got in one of those where I was watching a lot of engineering stuff, and I started watching Michael Reeves, and I showed you a couple of his videos, and then Mark Rober and some of the other stuff, and it made me think like, man, I really want to start coding again. So I came up with this idea, and it's the dumbest idea, and I'm probably not going to do it, but you never know, I might. But it's called the Ask QR code idea. So I had an idea of like, oh, what if I just made a QR code that makes you tweet on Twitter that if you have a Twitter account, I just scanned this dude's ass. So every time you go up to like if every time I go up to someone and they scan my QR code on my ass, then it'll tweet on their Twitter saying that they just scanned a random dude's ass. I don't
You know
think
what that reminds me
I don't even
of?
think I mentioned that yet, but
You
what?
know what that reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of Futurama, where Bender goes back in time because Fry has that time travel QR code on his ass.
Wait, does he? Did I
He
just
has
copy
like,
off of Futurama?
well, he had. I know that Fry in one of the later seasons, there's these scammer guys, and the scammers find out that Fry has a time travel code on his butt. It's tattooed on his
Oh,
ass.
really?
So
I
they make Bender go back in time and try and kill Fry to like create a paradox and destroy the universe or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've watched Futurama,
it's
but
been a yeah. I was gonna say like actually no, it hasn't been that long. It was like a year ago. I binge watched all of it a year or two ago because I've never seen Futurama. And I was like, I really want to like play this game or watch this
Yeah,
show.
it's one of the movies that they have.
Yeah. So speaking of like coding and all that, apparently Google Maps is showing a black hole in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I kind of think I know what it is though after reading another article about it.
What?
I think it's just I think what and don't like quote me on this because I don't remember if this is exactly what it is, but it's just a trash buildup, like a giant trash buildup in the ocean.
If you can't see the problem, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, we can see the problem now, so I think it exists. So, but yeah, I just thought that was crazy because I just saw it on my news feed and it was like, oh, like, hey, black hole in the middle of the ocean from Google Maps. And I was like, what? And then I saw another one later on, a few weeks later or something, and it was just like, oh, um, yeah, there's a giant trash pile in the ocean. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Have you ever heard of Trash Island?
Yes, yes, I have actually. Yeah,
So do you know what
that
do
may
you
be
want to
Trash Island. I don't know.
do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we could
So
talk about it a little bit.
for the people that are listening that don't know what Trash Island is,
Yeah,
all right, should you explain it or should I?
you can explain it. I talked for a bit.
All right, I guess it's my turn to explain stuff. So Trash Island is it's literally an I mean I'm taking the unimaginative route here. It's an island of trash in the middle of the ocean, but the reason why it's there is really interesting because it's at a spot where all like the currents of the world or something like collide. So
Yeah.
this is literally trash that's been built up from all around the world and is just collecting in one spot, and then sometimes it breaks off and goes to other locations, and it's really like, I mean, it's very amazing, and at the same time it's just very sad.
So do you think it's unhealthy to eat meat then?
Don't even get me. Do you
Well,
really want me to talk
I,
about this?
I was gonna say we put starving vegans on the topics list. So if you
Do
want to talk
you?
about it,
Fine, I'll discuss it. So I have a thing against. Actually, it's not against vegans and vegetarians. It's the extremists, the ones that'll like, they'll take your dog and they'll starve it to make sure it only eats vegetables. Like
yeah, that's pretty
those.
messed up.
Yeah, and what actually got me started on this topic, I never actually told you why I told you about that, did I?
No, you didn't.
Like,
You didn't explain it.
okay, so one of my friends from back in Texas had a dog, and he recently came back from college, and he found out that his dog was starved to death by his mom because she's a vegan and she refused to give the dog anything that wasn't vegetables, and it killed it.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's not that she should be arrested for that. Was she or
well, they couldn't do anything about it. It's considered animal abuse, but the police didn't do anything about it.
really?
Like, it was too late. It was like it'd been like a month or something, and the police were just like, "Well, it's out of our hands."
That's kind of fucked up. Not gonna
Yep.
lie.
So he's looking for a. I think he's looking for a lab. I think that's what it was. It was either a lab or a Doberman.
Yeah.
I don't remember which, because I had two friends. One had a lab and one had a Doberman, and they lived right next to each other.
My brother
I
has
don't
like
remember.
a lab beagle mix. He's adorable.
Yeah,
I might put a picture of him on screen. I don't know yet.
you can.
My post editing self will tell you whether or not it's on there or not. But
So yeah, when I found out about that, I wasn't exactly in the best of mood that day, and I was just like, you know what I want to do? I
what?
want to take all the extremist vegans,
Oh,
shove them
that was
into
the
a.
day you found out about it.
Yep.
That's rough.
I want to shove them all into one room, like all the major extremists, and all I'm ever gonna feed them is just vegetables.
Yeah, you could
Now,
play
I'm not.
Squid Game with them too.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna starve them. I'll give them as much food as they want. They're free to go out for like an hour. It'll effectively be like a prison cell.
Yeah,
They can go out for an hour into like some sort of little courtyard, and they can do whatever they want. They can exercise, whatever.
yeah.
And eventually, I mean, the smart vegans will figure out, oh, we kind of need meat, and then the dumb ones can, I guess, just starve. I don't care. Call me Hitler all you want. I honestly think we should do that to
I mean,
extreme
just for the
vegans.
ones that are that extreme to like starving animals and everything, then I can kind of agree. But
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Anyways,
normal ones I don't have a problem with though. I have
yeah.
several vegan friends.
I was gonna say
Normal
I have
ones
like
I don't
three.
have a problem. Yeah, that they're pretty chill people, like the
Yeah,
normal ones are. It's the extremists and the ones that
that think it's
take it
God's
too
will or
far.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last episode was our Halloween special. So next holiday up is Thanksgiving. Do you really want to do anything special for our Thanksgiving podcast?
Um Actually, I'm gonna say this right now. There may not, depending on what week it falls under,
There may not
there
be
may
one.
not there may not be one that week because I'd rather spend my time with family.
I
And
understand. I understand. Like, are you going down to visit family or something, or
no,
just
but
spend time with
I mean
family?
we might have a thing over at my house where some of
Oh
the
yeah,
near relatives come over, but honestly, I just want to spend time with
yeah. I don't blame you.
family.
I don't blame you. Like, you could take a break. Now, I was also gonna say, Christmas is also coming up,
Ooh, we
so
might do it. We might record a Christmas special.
yeah. I
So
figured we'd record one. I figured we'd do something for Christmas. Maybe do a couple skits or something.
maybe, but I'm not doing Christmas music. I hate Christmas music.
You don't want to go caroling with my beautiful face, my horse
I'll
face,
do I'll do caroling.
in the horse face.
I'll do caroling
I'm
with a
just
horse
imagining
mask.
doing it in my apartment building and just people being like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Speaking of Christmas, actually, me and my brother, we used to. Did you ever like try and sneak and see like your Christmas presents early, like where you were a kid? Did you ever try and find your Christmas presents?
Not really, because I mean,
I
so
was,
here's the thing about me.
yeah.
I'm the kind of kid that when I was younger, I kind of got like everything I want. So as I grew up, I started quickly realizing that Christmas really isn't worth it. It's just it's more about family and all that stuff. So I learned
I'm
very
so
early
proud of
on.
you, Arceaion.
Well, I learned very
You
early
found the
on.
true meaning of Christmas.
I did, and that's kind of why I don't like Christmas music and all the merchandising that goes around because it's just
I'm okay with like Christmas music, but like
I'm okay with some
I do
Christmas
agree.
music.
I do agree in the
It
fact that it is too much like market based and everything and present based. It's like, well,
like
we
it
do it
used to
because we're
be.
family.
Well, it used to be originally it was about, oh, this is Jesus's birthday, worship that, and then it transitioned more to, oh, this is where family should be together, and now it's just it's corporate. It's
Yeah,
corporate.
I was gonna say me and my brother found our Christmas presents, um, like twice I think, because they were just like it was the day that Black Friday sales were going on, and we knew that that was a thing because we were like 15 or 14 at the time. My brother found his Wii U, and we didn't find my PS4 at the time, but that was the same year I got my PS4.
Yeah.
And my mom just found out about it the other day. So
Mm,
I thought that was hilarious that she found out like this late because I thought we already told her about it.
yeah.
So
That's a little awkward.
yeah. Speaking of Christmas presents, there was actually a rocket set that my uncle gave me and my brother whenever we were really young, and we were probably too young to build. Like we were really young. We didn't know how to build it, and so my dad basically just was like, hey, like we'll do this together and stuff. But we gotta wait for me to be home and everything. And he put it in his closet and everything, and he just gave it back to us like last week. He's had that in there for over 15 years. There was so much dust covering it, and I'm just like, wow, that was
Sounds like he didn't want you to get you like kill each other over something stupid.
I mean, that is true. Maybe we were arguing or something. I don't remember. It was a really long time ago. Like I was probably like 8, and my brother was like 5 or something. But we might have fought over it. But yeah,
Yeah, I
So I just
got.
thought that was interesting that it was only like 20, almost 20 years later that we got it.
Well, at least you won't kill each other on it.
Yeah, like we do actually plan on doing it and actually
Hmm.
like making the rocket and everything. So excited for
Have
that.
you ever have you ever had an accident where you were like afraid your brother was going to get hurt or like you were going to kill him or die or something like that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When it comes to me and my brother, we have bad luck with cars, but also we love cars. But we were driving to go pick his friend up because we were going to the skate park, and we were turning into this neighborhood, and there was a hill that you couldn't even see over, and he was on the passenger side. I decided to take the turn, but there was a truck right on the other side. We heard his tires squealing as he was trying to brake because we were probably like, I want to say like 5 meters away from him. We were really close, and I basically just had to like zoom in the neighborhood so he didn't hit us. But it was kind of scary because my brother could have really gotten hurt because it was a big truck, and it was back whenever I had the tiny Focus. I think it was, but yeah, it would have done some
Wow.
serious damage to him. He would have been really hurt.
Wow.
So yeah, we just have bad luck with cars. I can officially say I have never been in a car accident, but I've been really close to having one.
Yeah, you've told a few stories on here where it's just
Just close to like near death experiences.
yeah. Oh, we added the same thing at the exact same time.
I
That's
saw
funny.
that. So for reference, we whenever we're going through the Discord topics, we like to put this little dinosaur head thing on him, and he managed to do it the exact same time as I did.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of, okay, so I actually want to talk about this, and this actually will transition into a topic that we have, but for now, just kind of listen to it. But
all right.
okay, have you ever seen the Samsung uh, emojis?
I mean, I know that the turtle one has been changed like 7 different times.
No, I'm talking about like the face ones.
Oh, like the how the iPhones have like the custom emojis and stuff. Those
Okay, so there's three types of emojis. There's the ones that Android has, and they're the pretty basic ones, you know.
I
And
like
then
those ones best.
there's the ones that are iPhone, and they're the ones that are like, they got the color and they're like the 3D things.
Yeah.
And then there's Samsung emojis, which just have creepy expressions.
What do you mean by like creepy expressions?
Okay, let me see
If you
if I
just
can bring it.
here, we can just
Oh
bring one
no,
up right
no.
here.
I could. That would pause the stream. I'll
No,
do
I'm
it. Just
saying editing me can.
okay. Yeah,
So here's the list of them.
I'll show you a picture of it after this, and you can just show the image that I want to show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so creepy. They are so creepy. But anyway, this transitions into another thing about phones. Apparently, you have a problem with built-in phone apps.
Okay, well, the problem is that like for I have a Google Pixel 4a, so it's like the alarm is Google based and everything else is Google based. So it's like if I want to set a reminder, it's like, "Hey Google, set a reminder for this day," but it never reminds me. It never actually does its job and remind me. And I don't know why, but it just doesn't. So it's probably just something with like internet connection or something. But I literally have a separate app specifically for reminders and a separate app specifically for notes because I know that Google doesn't do a good job of like, at least my phone doesn't do a good job of keeping track of those. Otherwise, I love my phone; it's great. But it's
Yeah, I
always
need
just
to
like
get a
third
new
party
phone.
apps I use for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. So you use third-party apps.
For reminders and alarms and stuff, yeah. Well, not really
Hmm.
alarms, but for reminders, I do.
So what do you think about third-party like groups that take information and like images and documents and stuff?
Oh, you mean like shoot, what's that one called? Open Box or something? Or
Maybe.
Mediafire, like those?
No, I'm talking more like websites that do it.
Like what are you saying? Just websites that like Google Docs or something? Google Drive?
Mm, more like webs. I'm not talking those kind of websites. I'm talking websites that like people post like videos and movies and
Oh,
all that stuff
those are
on.
fine because then I just download those. I
So
don't
you're
use
fine
them
with pirating? You're fine with pirating stuff?
in a sense. In a sense, I'm not fine with it in the fact that it's illegal, but I'm fine with it in the fact that like, hey, it's super easy to do. Everyone can do it. Like, yeah,
So here's a question. Why is, I mean, I can understand protecting like the rights of like the direct of the people that make it and all that stuff, the producer rights or
yeah.
whatever. But at the same time, I mean, it's so much easier just to pirate stuff. I mean,
I
I
think
can get
after because I know like pirating is like completely illegal like anyway, but I think after a certain time period, like a movie that's in the 80s and stuff, it should like not fall under those rights anymore of
I
pirating.
mean,
So like you can get it for free and
yeah,
stuff.
but like where would that end? Like after all the actors are dead?
Probably after the director passes, I imagine. Because most movies, it's pretty easy to get your hands on like movies that came out in 2014 right now and stuff.
Yeah, I
So,
guess.
but
So what?
anyways,
A director immediately produces a movie and then ODs on heroin.
oh, yeah. See, I think that in that case, it should be like a certain year. Like it should be like 10 years later or 15 or something. So, also you're about to die and right click to necromancy. I can already tell.
I think I keep going.
Jeez,
There were a few really clutch moments where I was just like, yeah, I'm about to die. Oh wait, no. Psych. I just got three guys, like three groups killed.
jeez. So we're over here talking, but you mentioned something about talk till you drop torture because you put that on the list, and I have no idea what that means.
Oh yeah. Imagine like forcing someone to talk nonstop until they just talk until they die.
Okay,
Like
so
they
basically this
literally
podcast.
No, I'm saying like you force someone to nonstop speak. You don't give them water or food or anything. You just force them to speak and talk until they die.
I was gonna say that probably make you really thirsty after a while.
Yeah, you wouldn't get water or anything.
Yeah,
It would literally just talk till you drop.
that'd be. I don't even know if you could. I don't know. I don't know if you could. Like, what's the threat here? Is it a gun to your head or something? Because even then, like the guns might be better in another case because you aren't forced to talk. You literally that's
Let's say it's a hostage situation. They have your family hostage or something.
see. Well, that also depends on how long you can talk. Because if you can talk long enough, you could just make them tired of holding the gun, and they'll like try and switch hands or something, and you can try and attack them or something by then. But if we're saying
I
that
mean,
they have
I
infinite
imagine some.
stamina,
Yeah, you're done. Like,
yeah,
I imagine this is something the Geneva Convention didn't consider.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. So, so Arceon, would you say you live in the country?
I know. Well, yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah. I have a story actually about country kids and their whole accent and everything. You know how country kids like talk with a very y'all and howdy, how's it going, partner, and all that like accent and stuff.
Kind of. I say y'all sometimes,
Well,
but that's when my texting
I'm
draw
not saying
comes
the word.
out.
I'm not saying the words like specifically. I'm saying the accent in which they like the tone in which they speak them.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So
So what's this about? What is this? Like,
So basically, in high school, I had a science teacher, great guy. He every time there was a country kid that would, or one time there was a country kid that kept asking questions and everything, and he's just like, "Why do you do that? Why do you talk like that?" He's like, "What this is just how I talk." He's like, "No, it's not. That's not how you talk. You're just putting that on." And sure enough, it's like 90% of country kids they put on their accents. They don't actually have them. It's just they
so
start talking like that just to sound like they're more country and everything.
okay, I can kind of explain this a little bit. So I do have a bit of a country accent because I lived in Texas, and the only time my Texan drawl, as it's called, comes
Yeah,
out
that.
is it's when I get really, really angry.
Yeah.
And when I get angry, I either start doing a Texas drawl, or if I get really, really mad, I start sounding really Irish.
Ah, so you're Irish.
Actually, yeah, I do have Irish blood
Oh,
in me, but I don't know how much percentage. I just know that my dad and my mom are from Ireland,
yeah.
or at least, like, my dad's like, he's 80%, like, combined, he's 80% Scottish, Irish, Highlands, and a bit of English,
Oh, I
as in,
gotcha.
like, England.
Um,
He's more English than most English people.
have you ever broken a bone in your hand before, or just broken a bone in general?
Actually, yeah, I broke,
Your middle finger flipping someone off?
yeah, yeah, it was my middle finger. No, I broke it. So someone chucked a ball at me,
Ah,
and the idiot I was like, all right, I'm gonna jump over this ball. Well, I jump over it, but I don't time it right, so I slip and I fall and I hit my finger at just the right angle to where my middle finger is the only thing that gets hit, and it just flips backwards and just breaks at the knuckle.
jeez. I was gonna say, me and my friend actually, we broke. Both of us broke. It's like in between your thumb and your pointer finger, the little crevice that's in between. We broke a bone down there because both of us caught ourselves whenever we were falling, and we caught ourselves with our thumb extended, and so it happened. It's really funny because I broke my left thumb or the left hand's the bone in there
Yeah.
about a month or it was however long it took to heal before him. So it's like I got my cast off, and I noticed he had a cast on the opposite hand, and it's just like, dude, you're just copying me at this point. So I thought that was really funny. But other than that, I don't think I've really, um, I don't really think I've broke any bones that I can think of. Maybe my ankle, skateboarding or something. But yeah.
So do you want to talk about how my kids are gonna kill you yet, or
See,
do you all want to
that
hold off
is
on that?
that is official Randomness 101 lore because I'm from the future, and in the future, Arceion's kids kill me, and I can't explain why because then Arceon will know why, and
That'll
they'll still
create
kill
it'll
me.
Yeah.
Yes, there's this
So there
elaborate tale I have in which I may discuss on the channel eventually, but there's a reason why we have a YouTube channel, and it's so that his kids don't kill me.
I- so we were at work and he just randomly was like, "Oh, your kids are gonna kill me," and I was just like, "Wait, what?"
Yep, yep, it's gonna
And
happen. I can't
I
tell you
went
the
down
year.
this.
I can't tell you who. Just one of them will kill me.
Well, I mean, it's good to know I'll have at least two kids because I've always wanted at least two kids. I've always wanted a boy and a girl.
See, I have always wanted one because I grew up with two siblings, and three is a hassle. Well, two siblings and me, so
Well, you
three
grew up with
kids.
two. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
I don't want three kids. I want two kids.
yeah.
Uh,
So
but
you,
yeah, I never had that. I have a sister, and she's a complete bitch, and she's much older than me. She's actually my
stepsister.
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually my stepsister. We've talked about this before,
Yep.
but yeah, she's my stepsister. She's a complete bitch, but she was much older than I was when I was little. So I think when I was like 10, she was in her like 30s,
Oh, geez.
20s, third. She was like maybe late 20s. I think when I was 10, she was like 27.
So she's a lot older than you.
Yeah, much older.
Uh,
And so I never had that sibling connection or anything, especially since she literally didn't want anything to do with my side of the family at
yeah.
all. She only cares about her mom, and her mom's also a bitch. So that's a story for another day, though.
Yeah. I
But
wanted to talk about one more topic before we end here because we're actually hitting the end mark. What do you
oh
think?
really?
Yeah, we actually are. We did pretty well with the topics and everything this episode.
Oh yeah, we got about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, do you want to get a next gen console like the Xbox Series X or the PS5?
Ah, yeah.
Because PS5 is impossible to get right now, and I just want it to be in stock.
Not really. I want a Switch. I really want a Switch. But I'm a Nintendo boy kind of to the end. Like
Yeah.
I'm a Nintendo and PC boy. I
Yeah.
like Steam, I like all that stuff. I like Nintendo. I'm not a big fan of other consoles. I probably will get an older generation console whenever I get the money for it, just so I can play some of my more personal favorite games like
Like Halo.
Halo.
Halo's on
Yeah.
PC. You don't need like
Actually, yeah, Halo is on
yeah,
PC,
so
so
you
I
don't
could
need
just
it.
get
You don't
it.
need an Xbox.
Yeah, so
But I was just wondering,
mm,
like, what's your thoughts on the PS5, and when do you think the PS5 is finally going to be available for everybody? Because it's really hard
never,
to get a hold of. Never.
never. The PS5 is a myth. It doesn't exist.
You know what? You're right about that one. And on that note, we will end the podcast. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like the video, or I don't know what you do on Spotify other than follow. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Subscribe to our channels in the description below. And we will catch you guys on the next podcast episode or next video.
See you guys, and bye.